I bought another boat. Now, if you've seen the short I put out yesterday, I think, when I recorded this, it was yesterday. You already know I have another boat. But I should probably do an actual video about it. It won't be a very great video. This boat is a cluttered mess. I am tearing things apart, taking inventory, and checking the expiration dates on things. Speaking of which, I'm going to start this video off by showing you the most amount of flares I've ever seen in one location at one time. This is a lie. I didn't actually do that. Sorry. But we'll go past that pretty quick. Don't worry. It'll be the quickest little tour. I'm going to do other videos of me cleaning it up and whatnot. So this is just something to give people an idea of what a Contest 31 looks like. Now, first and foremost, this is not the HT model. This is the Van Oosten Contest 31 with the encapsulated keel. It's not bolt-on. Nothing against bolt-on keels. I just don't want my keel to fall off. So starting from the perspective of where I just was, this is the inside of the boat. You've got a very sturdy table that can come down, and actually this pulls out, makes a whole bed. Pretty good sized spot to sleep in if you wanted. What's really cool, I'll try to show you without having to do too much work here. I told you it's gonna be a lazy video. That piece of wood there is a lee board. Both sides have them. So you can pull the cushion out, pop that board up, and just like nestle in there without needing a lee cloth. I mean, it's not the tallest board in the world, so you'll fall out if you aren't careful. And if you're healing enough, which I don't think I'll be healing that much on Lake Michigan, but you never know. Let's turn around from where I'm sitting and show you. Pretend there's not junk in the way. Sink, foot pump for sink. Very secure cold storage. Pretty good size. These cabinets, now, okay, let me stop for a second. I am floored at how nice this interior looks. This is a 73. This boat is 50 years old. Unless someone just like bought new, no, I don't think you could have someone just make. Yeah, I guess you could. I don't know. It's fantastic in here. I'm assuming they either took amazing care of it or they had someone rebuild all the woodwork for it. But it's way too pretty for me. Here's our storage. I've been cleaning out most of the stuff, but honestly, some of this is still usable in the future, so I'm going to hang on to it and kind of get it out of the way as I clean. Coming over here, put my leg way up there. You've got an actual fridge. It's not working, obviously, right now, and I probably won't bother making it work because I don't take cold food with me when I go anywhere. Just one more thing to break. More storage, more stuff. Storage. I'm not gonna open every one of these. You know what it looks like inside. There's things or it's empty, one or the other. One cool thing is he left a lot of good books. There's things about maintenance and safety and first aid. I don't have it with me, but I actually have an entire book of paper charts for Lake Michigan, which is incredibly rare and expensive nowadays, so that's pretty neat. Oil lamp. The wick seems fresh and it has some kind of fluid in the bottom of that. A little scary, but we're gonna see if it works at some point in the future. I was talking about flares. Here's one container of them. Haven't checked the expiration date on it yet, but I'm probably gonna take it off of here just to be safe. This is an old style, not old style, but it's an old, put it in the gun and fire. Let me show you guys something though. This is what impressed me. See that number? Is it coming in focused? Expiration date, June 1985. I haven't even opened it yet, but this is also a flare. Okay? It's got a wooden handle. There's a 73 carved into it, so that might be an indication of how old this thing is. I Googled a bit, and they say that these things can be unstable, so I've been keeping an eye on them and moving very slowly whenever I mess with them. This entire bag flares. All expired flares. Go get them off the boat. Get them out of here. Radar deflector came with it. Barometer, very nice. These tiles are all windmills. The boat is Dutch. It's from Holland. So I would assume that, you know, windmills and it lines up. Very nice little curtain thing here. This does slide. I just don't want to because it lets sun in. These portholes are new-ish. They're in great shape. They look like they're brand new. The screens for it came with it. He didn't take them with him. He didn't take anything with him. He just left all the stuff on the boat. I came and looked at it, and it had a bunch of stuff, and I told the broker, I said, he can leave all this on here, by the way. Just kind of joking. He goes, okay, I'll let him know. And next thing I know, I've got a stereo and booklets and safety equipment and screens. Pardon me. Some like rain gear. There's 6 old sails that came with it. This is a cushion that I'm going to have to clean up that I pulled from that berth to look around back there. So let's just keep going. Solar fan, it's been blowing pretty well for a while. Go sneak in here to the head. You got your storage there. Place for towels here. Toilet paper. Your main breaker is by the toilet. Strange place. Don't grab that for grip. I don't need to show you this, but it's actually in really good condition. No one needs to see inside of the head, but it's in really good shape. Storage compartments here. Hello out there. There was a guy working on that trawler right here for a bit, so I didn't know if he was still there. You'll see something really cool. It's kind of hard to do one-handed, so I'm going to put you down, but this sink actually slides out from where it's hidden behind here. Hang on one second. You undo 2 tabs, and it just slides right out. Oh. I don't know how old that soap is. Speaking of old, the flares are one indicator, but there are some like food type things, coffee and teas that expired in 1996. So that's an indication that I'm a hoarder as well. I keep almost everything, so I respect it. But it's just a lot, and I had to clean out all of it. Cool thing that you're going to see when I go outside of the boat, there's a hard Dodger out there. And this appears to be like some kind of custom thing they made that blocks the very top area. So like if you were to draw a curved line right here, like the hatch was closed, it blocks that. So I don't know if it's a sun thing or if it reduces rain that blows in. I don't know. But it's cool. I like it. I'll hang on to it. Anchor locker up there. Cool shelves, both sides. This board, this cushion goes here. Ton of space to sleep in. Hose access, probably some other kind of access, but it's full of life jackets and I haven't emptied it out yet, so we're just gonna leave that alone. The holding tank is in a little thing under this. No one needs to see that. Oh, one really cool thing. This boat is all fiberglass. The hull, the deck, everything, all glass. No core, no balsa, no plywood. None of that nonsense to worry about. Quick view on this side, you've got drawers, 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 drawers. They're pretty cool. They don't open unless you lift up and then pull. So if you're heeling, none of this is going to fly out on you. Pocket full of bungs, a little hand clock, flares that aren't expired. I'll keep those. Little closet here. It had a bunch of this stuff stuffed in it. I took it out so I can clean it at some point. See-through hatch boards, and there's a screen. Yeah, this thing is actually a screen to let air flow through without letting bugs in. Let's see. You understand these are obviously storage. There's that little cubby thing. You could probably stick your feet down there if you're a taller fella and you wanted to sleep on this side, or your head if you're weird and you want to smack your nose whenever you wake up in the morning. Good grab rails here in case you get into some fun stuff. You can grab this here as well. Turning on this side, you've got your quarter berth where the cushion came out of. Extra battens. The sails are already on. They've got battens, so whatever. Attached VHF. I have a wireless one I'll bring with me as well. Built-in stereo system. Speakers are stashed right there. And back in that same corner, the sunlight's kind of in your way. Cool little cup holder. Those red cups fit it perfectly, so I I don't know, that might be original. These cups might be very, very old. I haven't actually taken a look at them. There's no, oh, here we go. Meepaul 160, that's all in Dutch. I think these are the original cups that came with it. Holy cow, that's cool. We'll keep those. Nav station with my lunch and backpack in the way. Chart plotter, I don't think it works. We couldn't get it to work when I was looking at it with the broker. The seller claimed it did work, but he couldn't promise it, and I was like, that's fine, whatever. I didn't really, there's so many iPad apps and things nowadays. Nav station lifts up, full of stuff. This is all the stuff I didn't want to throw away. He's got every shackle and screw and bolt and piece of anything I could want stacked in different spots in here. There's tape that's nice, cables, compasses, protractors, rulers. This entire stack of documents here is different instructions on how to do things, a checklist whenever you come back to keep yourself from leaving your batteries on. Pretty cool stuff. A ton of holding spots for all his pins, mine now, my pins. A couple of Weems and Plath little compasses here. Pretty cool. Let's get back out of here. So that's the general look of the interior. What's under the stairs, you say? You didn't say that, but it's a bunch of batteries. Why is it a bunch of batteries? This boat's all electric. He replaced the inboard diesel with a 20 horsepower Electric Yachts Quiet Torque 10. Looked like whenever we had it in the water for the trial, it could go for 2 hours at full speed, according to the meter out there, but I'm sure that adjusts based on resistance and all that good stuff. So that's pretty cool. I'm gonna get some solar going on, and we're going to essentially never need diesel. I'm considering getting a generator, just in case, worst case scenario, no sun, no wind, batteries somehow bled out, I've got to charge them enough to get back to land, start a gas generator that can charge batteries. I don't actually know if that's possible for 12 volt batteries without something too big for this boat, but it's a cool thought. If you know anything about charging, sorry, there's like a motorcycle race outside somewhere apparently. If you know anything about charging batteries using a generator, comment below. In fact, I'm new enough still, I welcome all comments. If you have anything to say or suggest regarding boats or this boat, please do. Good little grabbies here. This hard Dodger is custom. I've joined a Facebook group of owners of contest yachts, and no one has this Dodger. This man had somebody, or he built that Dodger and slapped it on here. It's in pretty good condition. It's got a removable window right here with these little snaps, so you can roll this bad boy up whenever you want cover and then open it whenever you don't, which is good because whenever you step out, you've got to keep your head down. I am crouching very, very much right now to get out of that boat, which you'll see now. Yeah, so this is like chest level with me. Here's your companionway. Nothing fancy about it. Oh, I didn't show you the key, but it has like a classic old lock that's like, actually the key's right here. Hang on. Where did you go? You guys are upside down. Hope you're not getting seasick. I'm sorry. Motion sickness, not seasick. Look at that bad boy. Look at that. Now the one I've got on my key ring is actually in mint condition, like it's not used. This is the one that gets used a lot. But that's really cool. I'm gonna try and retain that when I make new hatch boards, because these have seen some time. They're still in really good shape, but they've seen some work. But here's your Dodger. He's got some grab rails there, because the downside to the Dodger is, while it does protect you and provide shade and all that, you can't really step around where you used to be able to. If you could walk forward far enough, you could step over into this opening right here, but because of the Dodger, you got to kind of work your way around it, which isn't terrible. As long as you're holding on, you don't have to worry about falling to your death. Grab rails here, grab rails there. Mast. Front hatch, which is a little ugly, but that's all cosmetic, no big deal. I don't love that there's no, I don't like the anchor just sitting up here, right? I mean, I guess it's got a roller on the front, so I could get a mantis, or I could hang this one off of it somehow, maybe. I'll have to research that. I don't know enough about anchors. I'm sad to admit that. But it'll work for now. The chain's just kind of loosely wrapped there because it doesn't fit inside of that opening. It's not big enough because of this eye they spliced on here. So I'm going to take that apart, get new road, splice it directly to the chain so the chain can feed into that opening, and then we'll hopefully have a neater anchor situation up here. Electrical plugs in right there to charge everything. Ugly, ugly, ugly jib sheet. Sail. It's a sail, Jason. Genoa, jib. I actually don't know the difference, so that's another thing y'all can teach me if you want. Everything's in pretty good shape. The deck has a bit of give to it, but again, there's no plywood, no wood to it, no core, so I don't care. It's fine. I don't think it's gonna crack. If it does, I'll just glass over it, I guess. I'm kind of bad at boat tours. I feel like I haven't told you guys anything. I need to cover up this fuel spot. I've been told that if you have a fuel... Uh-oh. That was stupid. I lost my balance and had to keep going. I've been told that if you have a place for gas to go and it no longer works, you have to seal it shut so no one makes that mistake and fills your locker with gasoline or diesel. And I agree, it's a good idea. So storage here, you got to flip the depth sounder on manually through there, which is a little aggravating, but whatever. You got some storage here. There's a Jesus Christ. Nah, just kidding, it's a fake snake. You put them on the deck, keeps the birds away. But the first time I opened this, it absolutely did. It scared the shit out of me. I was not aware of said fake snake. Move all this over. It's still not far enough over. This is your deeper locker, goes back. I need to crawl down there and get a good idea of how the wiring looks for the steering. It's wheel steering, so I have already pulled out and tried the emergency tiller, but I need to learn as much as I can about the steering system so I can fix it, watch for failures. The surveyor says it looked fine, but obviously you want to keep an eye on anything like that. I need to clean this out, so don't judge me. This thing, if you don't know just by looking at it, is the swim ladder. And it collapses into this little narrow bad boy. And whenever you need it, you just pop it out. These two bolts, you can't see that one, these two bolts, just kind of hang on to the side of the boat in a little opening. And that's your ladder. Travelers here in the middle, which is good, stays out of the way when you're steering. I'm gonna rewrap this. It's not bad stuff, it's just, you can obviously tell sun and time have gotten to it. Under this cover, got your compass and an old speedometer and odometer that no longer work. There's a little kind of a propeller looking thing on the side of the boat that used to run to this, and that's how you knew your speed. This is the throttle for the electric. There's a display right there that tells you your watts and hours left and all of that. Oh, you guys want to see the electric engine? Let me get... This video's becoming far too long, but if you want to know about a Contest 31, by God, this is the right place to be. So that lifts up. Look at all that open space now. Look at that. That's it. That's the whole motor. Runs to the 4 batteries up front. This is your house battery for powering, radios and lights and whatnot. Quick charger, different converters and whatnot. I'll need to research. Just a bunch of wires. I'm gonna get down here and clean this out with the shop vac sometime soon. But that's, oh God, I'm so happy. No exhaust, no cooling to worry about, no noise. The noise is the biggest part, right? I need to make sure this is on tight. I can't stand the sound of the motor. It's the worst sound to me when it comes to boats. In fact, half the reason I wanted a sailboat so bad is because you don't need a motor for the majority of the actual sailing. So let me crawl over here and kind of show you. The sun's not in the right position to really make it worth it, but you can sit here, your Dodger covers you up pretty good. They've actually, I don't have it here, but there's a piece of canvas that slides into this track right here, right? There's like a little hard rod that goes into that track, and it's got lines that run away from it, and the clips reach perfectly to the stays, so you can actually put this like piece of, it's an old piece of sunshade, right? This stuff. And they stitched it and cut it and made it fit to kind of work like an extra shade for hot days. So that's very exciting. I'm just very excited. That's all I can say. But that's a general tour. If I remember when I climb down, I'll do an exterior clip so you can see what the boat looks like outside. But you can also probably just Google that. There's nothing real special about the exterior. The bottom needs redone bad. It is chunky, it is crackling off, it is flaky. Surveyor is not concerned about it when it comes to this season, but obviously he says do it as soon as you can. But yeah, that's the boat. And I'm excited to start uploading content again and get this bad boy on the water. Okay, thanks, bye. Oh, wait. Like, subscribe, share with your friends, whatever. See ya.